welcome to the Echo Tips Podcast. In today's episode, and before I tell you what it's all about, I'd like to announce first that we have surpassed 70,000 listens to our podcast. Hooray! Yeah, it's because of your listenership that is possible. So we really enjoy you being able to get different things and points you learn from this podcast. Now, today's episode, we're actually revisiting a topic that's barely 2 weeks old, I think, dealing with changing the wake word to Ziggy or other things, which is the word that your Echo responds to, and then also changing from a female-sounding voice to a masculine-sounding voice. Now, in a previous episode, we highlighted how to do that inside the A-Lady app. But today, and recently, I learned you can even do it verbally. I don't know how that snuck by me. I only ever ended up hearing it. Wasn't any of the blog post I read. I only ended up hearing it from Micah Sargent on the Twit Network. So we're going to demonstrate that to you all today. Before we get into that in any sort of detail, we're going to go to a brief message about our podcast, and then we'll be right back. This episode is brought to you by the New Vision program at Goodwill. We're also grateful for the kind use of WVTF Studios. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments living in Southwest Virginia. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving the New River, Roanoke, and Shenandoah Valleys of Virginia. Goodwill's mission services help individuals with disabilities and disadvantages to get back to work and gain greater independence. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Well, hello again and welcome back. Like I said, it's a pleasure to have you all with us here today. For our new listeners, my name is David Ward. I'm an assistive technology instructor with the New Vision program at Goodwill, and it's good to have you with us. And for our returning listeners, it's good to have you guys back as well. And because of both of you, as I mentioned, we surpassed 70,000 listens to our podcast. And you can find it on Spotify, Amazon Podcast, Google Play, whatever it's called, podcast, Apple iTunes Podcast, or whatever its branding is now, the Anchor Network, TuneIn, all sorts of different places. So we really appreciate that. So please subscribe, leave comments, and we'll even mention at the end of the podcast how you can give us ideas about maybe future episodes. Okay, so let's delve right into it. And for you new listeners, these are little nuggetized episodes. We try to keep them 5 to 15 minutes long, generally dealing with new topics, but sometimes we dust off some old goodies too. Okay, so the ability to change from a female to a masculine-sounding voice on the Amazon Echo is something that's been really talked about for years, and now it's available, and furthermore, we can do it verbally. So I'm going to demonstrate that right away, but if you have an Echo in hearing distance of mine voice, and you don't want me to be changing your Echo, you might want to shut its ears off before I start issuing these commands in the demonstration. Just give you a second to do that. There's a button usually on the top of your Echoes that allows you to, has a little microphone usually with a slash through it. You push that, it'll make a thump sound, and that shuts her ears off. So I'll just give you a second to do that. And okay, my Echo's ears are on, so I think we're good to go. So this is the typical sounding voice. Alexa, what time is it?
It's 8:40 a.m.
Okay, so that's the voice we've heard for time immemorial. Let's change the voice. Alexa, change voice.
Okay, you're all set. I'll be the voice you hear when you speak to this device.
Woohoo!
If you'd like to change how you wake me up, you can also change your wake word.
Okay, now it's going to give us a clue to something we're going to do next here. But I don't have this perfectly mic'd. We're going to be getting some new equipment in here probably to do that. But very rich, deep-sounding voice. And like I said, for a lot of my students, perhaps, if I hadn't said this earlier, that sometimes have hearing impairments and the like, sometimes a masculine-sounding voice is much easier to interact with. Okay, so let's also show you how to change the wake word. Alexa, change wake word.
Okay, you can choose from Amazon, Computer, Echo, or Ziggy. Which of these do you like?
Ziggy.
Okay, you can call me Ziggy on this device in a few seconds.
Woohoo! So now we have changed the wake word, and that is super, super cool. So we're going to give it a second to digest that as it downloads the new profile for the voice or whatever it's got to do. And then I'll just real quickly demonstrate that. Okay. Ziggy? What time is it?
The time is 8:41 a.m.
There you go. All right, so let me shut her ears off in case I say her name. Well, I won't say Ziggy, I guess. But anyway, so now you get an idea of how that works. So it's time to turn the microphone back on your Echoes. Start practicing some of the many things that you have learned. In future episodes, as I mentioned, I kind of wedged this one in because I just learned about this. We will be addressing the blueprints a little bit more in depth, which is the ability to create almost like your own skills. So that might be coming up next week or here in the near future. Also, if you'd like to reach out to us with comments, questions, or topics you'd like to see us to address or revisit perhaps, maybe there's some new features, you can reach out to me on Facebook or Twitter at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys. You'll find us there on Facebook or Twitter. We're based here in Southwest Virginia. All right, well, that will bring things to a close. Oh, I'll tell you, too, you can also check out our website and see what I'm doing at goodwillvalleys.com/newvision. That's all lowercase and no spaces. Okay, well, enjoy, and it's time to start practicing those many things that you've learned. I'm David Ward for the New Vision program, and we thank you for listening.
Thanks, Dave. In conclusion, let me tell you a thing or two. This episode is brought to you by New Vision at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys, and it is also made possible in part by a grant from Community Foundation serving Western Virginia. And there's more. We're also grateful for the kind use of WVTF Studios. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments living in Southwest Virginia. For more information, check out our website at goodwillvalleys.com/newvision, with no spaces. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving the New River, Roanoke, and Shenandoah Valleys of Virginia. Goodwill's mission programs help individuals with disabilities and disadvantages to get back to work and gain greater independence. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Thanks for listening.